All right, everybody. Welcome back to Bets and Breaks. We are here at Cards and Culture, not on the purple couch, on our new look setup. Day 2, fired up with Abby Alonzo. How you doing today?
Great. Better than yesterday. I didn't lose any money.
I didn't either, all right? Joe did. Well, he would have, but it's all right. I don't know. I didn't take that one, but did you take it?
No, I didn't take
it.
Okay.
That's
right. There you go.
If you guys were here
Everybody's safe.
yesterday, if you guys were here yesterday, we were talking about some picks that we were making in the MLB schedule, and Joe found a good value pick, with the A's and the Rangers, or what we thought. But that's why it's gambling, right? Like, it was -2.5, and they won by 2, so they needed to win by 3. That's why you gamble. So crazy how the books are so good, though.
Yeah. What did you say? Calculated risk.
Calculated risk.
Yep.
We wrote it down yesterday. We're going to do something with that.
I feel like I need that on a t-shirt or a hat somewhere.
Yeah. Whenever we go live, that's the segment.
I love it. Calculated risk. Let's do it. But it's exciting today because we're going to talk a little bit about sports cards and the breaking side of things, right? So you're going to learn.
Excited. I know. I'm a little nervous because I know a little bit about betting. I know nothing about card breaking. So I'm excited.
We're going to learn.
I'm ready to go.
You know more than you give yourself credit for.
Yeah.
Okay, with sports betting, yes. Card, I don't know anything. Nothing.
What do you need to know?
You know who's
what do you
good?
think you need to know?
I don't know. Like, what's a good card? Like, what's not a good card? Like,
Do you know good players?
Yeah. But
That's a good start.
okay, how do you know the value of the card?
That's we're going to get into.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Okay, so I'm going to sit here and ask all the questions.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
I'll be the dummy and take one for the team and ask all the dumb questions.
It's not dumb. No questions are
that people
dumb.
are afraid to ask. I'll just do it. We'll get all the information out.
But
Before we do that, though,
sports. That's all that you really need to know. Is the players, all that stuff.
I think once you break it down to me, it will click.
Yep.
But as of now, nothing. Before we do that, though, we're gonna get into some picks and break some cards right here.
Yes.
Yesterday, I told y'all Kareem Hunt was visiting the Saints. He is now expected to sign with the Saints. Joe,
Sorry, Joe.
I know you're not a fan of that because you have him on fantasy, right?
Yeah, we need a boo track.
Boo.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say boo.
Yeah.
There are some buttons on the Roadcaster. We can get that. It's like they have that stuff.
I mean, Jamal Williams will be RB1 while Kamara's out. And then Kendre Miller is behind him on the depth chart. He'll work in the backfield with him. But I guess you need another running back. Benjamin's injured. I don't know.
I just ruined Joe's fantasy team.
Yeah,
That's it.
I know.
Oh,
Joe's
no.
he
I
was
need
not
2
happy.
new running backs because I had Jamal Williams as well.
Ooh.
Oh, and now they have to split carries. So
Yeah.
that's fun. That really sucks. You should just tank.
That's the
What was
plan.
our joke all during football last year? Like on Sunday, because Joe and I work Sundays at the shop. So I'd be like, Joe, who do you have in fantasy today? So I know who to bet against, or who to play on the other side. Like, who are you playing against today? So I can bet them.
That's how it goes.
That's how you make it fun, though.
Yeah, exactly.
And then actually Rashid Shaheed underwent a groin injury over the weekend, so he won't play against the Chiefs. So preseason starts this weekend. So
What was
you
that
can
guy's
start
name?
betting. Rashid Shaheed.
He's my favorite player.
Great
so
name.
fast.
Yeah,
I love
He's with speed. So
Nice.
that's like a thing.
Say it again one more time.
Rashid Shaheed.
All pro name.
I
for
love
sure.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
It's catchy.
I love that. Yeah.
Super fast receiver, but he won't play against the Chiefs on Sunday. He actually could miss all 3 preseason games.
Boo.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, but he should be ready to go for the regular season.
Nice.
So that's all on the Saints end. And then, of course, LSU football, there was a little bit of a brawl at practice.
scuffle.
Punches were thrown.
It's good.
Kyren, Lacey, Malik, Nabers sent to the locker room after it kind of broke up. Brian Kelly was not happy, but I mean,
Dad
these
sent
guys
everybody
are-
to their room.
yeah, but
Time
I
out.
mean, it's
Go sit in
pushing
timeout.
like 110 degrees outside.
Yeah.
They're tired of playing against each other. Like, they're ready for the real thing. Like, people's tempers get out of control, especially in that heat. So I'm not
good.
against it, to be honest. They're tough. They're healthy. I love it.
I think some of the best teams have scuffles,
That's
right?
what
Like,
I'm
I mean,
saying.
Joe, you're a football guy, so talk to me a little bit what it's
Yeah.
like on the field. But I mean, in basketball, I grew up playing basketball, even baseball. Like, there's shit talking's good.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit different scenario. Like of course it gets chippy at fall camp. You have grown men who are full of pride and, testosterone
Right.
and they're strong and
Right.
they're each giving each other everything they have. So yeah, of course somebody's going to get their feelings hurt or whatever. And, it's going to get chippy. But it's one thing when a fight starts inside, gets taken outside, people go to the ground, punches are thrown, your star players got to go to the locker room now. Like, that's a little bit different scenario. Like, yeah, whenever things just get chippy and it lasts for 10 seconds and it's over, like, that's a camp fight that's fun and good for
Right.
the culture. I don't know if
So this
is
was like
that.
an actual brawl.
Yeah.
Oof. All right.
I mean, again,
I think it's
we
good. We
said
got dogs.
yesterday that LSU's tight-lipped. So how much do we actually know other than what got leaked from, you never
I was
know.
thinking that, but they said
You really
it was
don't.
open to the media. That's why it happened when the media was there. So that's how it got out. But I did think about that yesterday. Mikey came in for his show and he was like, "You heard about the fight at practice?" I was like, "We were just talking about how tight everything is." Yeah.
I get it
no,
because
I
it was an
didn't.
open practice.
Yeah.
But yep, that did happen. Staying on the topic of LSU football, Jayden Daniels is on the Davey O'Brien watch list. I think he's got better. I think you said this. He's got better odds to win the Heisman rather than that award.
Yeah.
Right.
So in
We
terms
need a
of
cheer button too, because
I
that
know.
would have been
We
cool. Yeah.
it does. In terms of watch lists, everybody gets put on
Right.
those. Like you have guys that aren't going to come close to winning certain awards that are going to be on watch lists preseason. I think more notably, he's got the second best odds across all sports
Right.
books to win Heisman.
I think DraftKings is the only one that has him at plus 1,200. I think all the other sports books have him at plus 1,000. So
Wow. I got him at plus 1,500 3 weeks ago after LSU won the World Series. Even before the World Series, he was like 2,200. Like his odds have been, he was
Yeah.
like number 7 when they first came out on the books. And I was just watching it. And then LSU won. And no joke, he went from like, I think it was like 2,200 right to 1,500 after that.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
People are believing in that, like
Yeah.
that LSU magic that we got going on right now.
Well, the lines change too when people bet a lot, right?
Right.
Because Vegas wants to protect themselves. So when I think my guess is a lot of LSU emotion was happening. Like football's gonna win.
Yeah,
We got to put
yeah.
it. Like imagine if we would have bet on Skeens to be Player of the Year and LSU baseball. So we're gonna do it for football. I think that's kind of the energy, and maybe Vegas is
Yeah.
like, we're just gonna protect ourselves here. We're not gonna give you guys the best odds here, just in case this does happen.
That's crazy to me.
it's
It
wild.
really is. And then speaking of fights, there was another one that happened in the MLB.
Yes.
Absolutely entertaining. I saw it all over social media the next day,
Yes.
just getting dropped.
Poor
The
guy.
MLB suspended shortstop Tim Anderson for 6 games and third baseman José Ramírez for 3 games after the brawl. I'm going to ask you, how do those suspensions kind of affect odds and things going forward?
It won't affect anything really futures, like
Okay.
the end of the season, that kind of stuff, but it will for the next couple
Right.
days. Jose
Right.
Ramirez is one of the best hitters on the Guardians team. Tim Anderson's obviously a mainstay. He's not having a great year for the White Sox, so it probably won't affect that much. But I mean, anytime for a bettor, right? Somebody that bets
Yeah.
daily. I'm not going to bet too much on the Indians as much to score some runs, right? When your 3-hole hitter is out of the lineup for 3 days, it definitely
Yeah.
throws a wrinkle into it. I think it's more for like team morale of like that kind of stuff. Our best player is gone, or the White Sox are dealing with like, man, maybe fuck you TA a little bit, like
Right.
we got into a fight because of you, type thing. So I think that is more the energy and emotion. But then the White Sox came out and balled last night, so it was funny.
Just something to be aware of, though. If you're placing bets every day, that's the kind of stuff you want to look at,
Yeah.
right?
And 100%. That's why I checked. I mean, the lines move a lot going up to the games too, and we're going to put our picks out at 10 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, right, for this show. But maybe one of the starters is scratched right before the game. They have some tightness or something like that, right? And they're not in the lineup. That's a huge, especially for your fees for
Right.
me, right? If the 3-hole hitter is scratched all of a sudden and I'm banking on them scoring a run in the first inning, that's a huge thing for me. So 100%. Yeah.
God, there's so much that
Yeah.
goes into it. We could talk. I'm going
know.
to learn so much. I
Yeah.
know. But we talked a lot about betting yesterday. I know we kind of
Yes.
overlooked the breaking part of things. So we're going to go break heavy today, talk some cards, actually break some stuff. And I'm
Yep.
going to let you take the floor.
We're going to learn about Topps Chrome. This is one of the best products in the hobby, right? So the hobby is kind of the term for, it's a phrase used for people that break cards, collect cards, that kind of stuff, right? So when we say the hobby, that's what we mean there. And so Topps Chrome is just a staple in there, right? Topps and Panini are the 2 main card companies that make cards. Topps controls the market for baseball because they have the licensing. So when you look at the pictures of the cards, I'm looking at Corbin Carroll and Julio Rodriguez right now. They have their jerseys that say D-backs, right? They have the Arizona thing. They have Seattle. They have that. Panini cannot make baseball cards with Seattle and the MLB logos. So some collectors don't put as much of a value on the Panini baseball cards because they don't have the
Wow.
license for that. Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
so that's why Topps runs baseball, and they crush the baseball market because they have the best products because they can use the licensing
Right.
and that kind of stuff, and Panini can't. So that's why Topps Chrome is one of the biggest products in baseball. It's a great break because there's a ton of cards. You get a lot of new rookies, that kind of stuff. It's the rookies from last year's kind of first card, at the end of the year that got called up. So this is the first time seeing them in their major league uniforms, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then the Chrome just makes it a little bit better than the Topps paper product that they put out earlier in the year. So
Okay.
this is just a celebratory product around the hobby and things like that. Every year, everybody looks forward to it. There's some good autographs. And then they added some interesting, they call them refractors. So, right, if you open up a pack of cards, most of the cards are going to look exactly the same, right? It's just going to be a different picture of a different player. And those are called base cards. Those are just, there's 220 of them in this set. And some people just collect the base cards and they love that. And that's their collection. And that's what they do. They just rip packs and get the cheap ones and they put together a 220 card set.
Okay.
Some people collect certain players. Some people collect certain inserts, which are variations, right? So this is the base card right here. And this is a little bit of a variation. It puts a little bit of artwork. So what I'm showing Abby right now on the screen is just the Future Stars variation for Topps Chrome and then the Corbin Carroll base rookie card. So what that means is a variation, an insert, a parallel are just a different card that looks different than the base cards in the set. And then those ones have different scarcity values, right? So for example, certain ones are going to have 1 in every 494 packs. You know what I'm saying? This insert comes in. 1 in 20,000 packs, this one comes in, right? So it creates a little bit of scarcity, and that's what creates the value of a card, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna open these packs, and most of them are gonna look regular, right? Then some of them are gonna have numbers, which creates a very well-known value right there. Hey, there's only 99 of these cards made, and that makes it a little bit more valuable. Then there's the refractors and the inserts where like, wow, there's only 10 of these in the whole set, so we just hit a jackpot a little bit, right? And if you get a good player with a good refractor, that's what creates a true value.
Got it. So how good the player is affects the value, how rare the card is. Okay.
So I think if I were to say the value of a card, I would say the first and foremost is the player. That's like, you're going to look for the value of a player. Then I would say the product, like the type of product, right? So we're talking about Topps Chrome, that's a product. I would say the product determines the value, right? How much the box costs, because that's the barrier to entry, right? If I pay $40 for this blaster and I pull out a $50 card, now I'm making money, right? Like, so that's how people look at the value of things. But some boxes cost $500.
Yeah.
And then the cards you pull out of it are $1,000, right? So it's just the more money that
gambling.
It's exactly
I never looked at it like gambling. Like, I just thought it was like a hobby, like collecting. Cool.
It is for a lot of people.
Like that, I'm just learning. Wow.
But that's what makes it so fun for me, is because to me, it's the fan experience. Some people just want to open these and put them in a binder and collect them forever, right? And they're going to spend $40 on a pack of cards. That's it every year, right? And that's it. They're just collectors. Then other people are gamblers and they're like, hey, I'm going to spend $500 or I'm going to spend $5,000 on a bunch of these boxes, and I'm going to hope that I get multiple $1,000 cards or a $10,000 card, and I'm going to double up my money.
Profit. Yeah,
exactly. So we're just going to open these cards and we're just going to look through them.
I'm scared.
No, you can't mess this up. This is going to be fun. This is a cheaper product too. This is called a Value Blaster box. So it's no guaranteed autographs or anything like that. These ones here, the jumbo packs and the hobby packs, have guaranteed autographs, and that creates a little bit more value, right? Yeah, because the autograph and things like that. And the business behind it is Topps pays the athletes, right? When I was playing baseball, my agent would call me and say, hey, Anthony, Topps is going to offer you $7 a signature, and they want to do 50,000 signatures for this year. So 7 times 50,000 is what I would get paid. And then they send me 50,000 little stickers to sign, and I would sit there and sign my name, or they'd put a certain amount of cards in front of me and I sign them, right? Then those cards get put in these packs and circulated, and then they market certain players. Hey, Anthony Ranaudo signatures in here, so-and-so signatures in here. And that's the marketing on their side, and people pay for the box. They make their money back that way, volume-wise, right? And then people have a product that they can go sell on the secondary market.
This is wild.
Hey, Anthony, will you close your laptop?
So we can
Okay,
see.
Joe. Don't yell at me.
All right. Is there a certain way to open this? I'm like.
So again, right? All
now.
the value of cards depends on the condition that they're in and how you grade them and that kind of stuff too. So you want to open them as gentle as possible in case you get a good hit and that kind of stuff. So again, don't worry about it. Each pack opens differently, right? Because it's different material. You got this. Just open them. Don't worry about it.
I am. I'm opening them. I'm just nervous.
You're not going to mess this up. Don't worry.
Okay, why do people slide the cards slow? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's like more of a hype thing in front of a camera.
So you're building up some suspense.
And there's something really cool about Topps Chrome too that I want to talk about that helps the hobby, right? So we talk about the hobby and creating a community of collectors and stuff like that. Topps did something really cool last year where they did this MVP buyback program. So if you ripped a bunch of Topps Chrome cards, if you got the Aaron Judge or the Paul Goldschmidt from that set, they were the MVPs of each league last year. You could bring them into a local card shop. So if somebody had 10 Aaron Judge cards from this thing, each card had like $5 of value in it in store credit. So people could bring them in, they could collect those cards, redeem some store credit points, go buy stuff at the store credit, then the store owner sends it off to a certain company and they give you back the value of them. But it basically is creating this like collecting urgency, right? That gives you value and things like that. And they're doing the same thing here. So we don't know who the MVP is, but we have a good idea that it's probably going to be Ronald Acuna and Shohei Ohtani, right? So if you guys collect those cards, you see them, you know that you can bring them into the local card shop, you know, here in Baton Rouge or wherever. Ooh, I got a Volpe. That's nice.
I don't know what any of this, like,
you know who
I
Anthony
don't even,
Volpe is,
yes,
right?
yeah, but I don't know, like, what the...
Corbin Carroll, rookie. We did good already. Probably rookie of the year, maybe MVP.
Wait, okay, question.
Yes.
Why is a card upside down?
It's just the way that it was printed into
so it doesn't mean anything.
Sometimes for hobby boxes, if it's flipped upside down in the pack, that means it might be an autograph, but sometimes they're just randomly put like that. But most autographs are upside down versus the regular way that they're printed.
Okay.
Damn, this is cool.
You're going to have to look at these because I don't know if they...
And then
they look
each
cool.
box,
They look so cool.
And then each box, see like this right here, this sepia and pink refractor, those are what I was talking about, are the parallels that are exclusive to this type of box, right?
Okay.
So you can only get those type of parallels in this box. So again, it creates a demand for people to buy a specific product.
Right.
So if people like these pink refractors, they like the pink cards.
Can
and
I
they
see the pink one?
Yeah. And they collect them, they know that they can only get them in these boxes and they can't buy it, you know, at a hobby shop or whatever. They can go to Walmart, Target, or a local shop that has those cards.
They're pretty.
Yeah, they're cool, right? And that's all it is. It's aesthetics. People collecting, right? And everybody's always like, oh, value this, value that. It's really what somebody's willing to pay. So this card might be valued at $50, but the right Alec Thomas collector be like, oh my God, pink's my favorite color. My mom had breast cancer and you know, this resonates a lot with me. She was a huge fan of him. I'll pay $100. You know what I'm saying? It's just all of what people are willing to pay for the product. And collecting is all about what you like too. Like that's the biggest thing.
Ooh, I got a pink one.
Let's go. That was so genuine right
just
there.
the pure joy.
One. Look, there's Acuna right there. So again, guys, if you're looking for value, you can save these cards. He's probably going to win MVP this year. So this would be $5 to the store credit here in Baton Rouge.
Was that a Topps first, Abby? The pink one?
A what?
Does it have first at the top?
It would be probably a rookie card. So that would be Bowman.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Bowman would have the first one. So the little RCs, do you see a little stamp that says RC on any of them? It would be like blue and red.
No. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that means it's a rookie card.
Oh, it's the pink one.
Nice. Awesome. A pink rookie. There you go. Who is it? Bobby Witt Jr.?
Nate Eaton.
Who?
Nate Eaton.
Oh, I thought you were like just Nate.
No.
Just Nate. Oh, you know him? Okay.
No.
Brett Beatty. There we go. He's a good rookie. I feel good about my packs over here. I got all the good rookies. Did you get any good rookies over there? Do you know? What names you got over there?
Chris Bryant, Byron Buxton, Ezekiel Tovar, Michael Conforto, Brian Reynolds, Shane Bieber, Logan O'Hop, and Joey Manisi.
Yeah, I got all the good rookies over here.
Damn.
Yeah, I got all the good rookies. Ooh.
He gave me
and
the
here's
bad
a cool one.
packs
See,
on
like,
purpose.
all right, so so this one here, look at this one. So this one has a number on it. See how it's numbered out of 250 and it's purple?
Oh, yeah.
So all those purple inserts will be numbered out of 250. So that one's going to have a little bit more value because it's a little bit more scarce technically.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think eventually we'll mix in some cameras here when we're going live so you guys can see some of these when we're ripping new product and stuff like that. But really this is, we just wanted to talk about certain products in the breaking world. With Bets and Breaks, we're going to be giving you guys breaking schedules. So we'll be working with certain breakers and we'll be sharing their schedules with you guys and that kind of stuff, and letting you know what product they're breaking, right? National Treasures releases tomorrow. That's going to be a huge one around the hobby. So make sure you guys pay attention to all our social media. We'll have all the breakers that are going to be breaking National Treasures where you guys can tune in on that kind of stuff, and watch your favorite breaks, because some people just like to watch them and just tune in and just see different products being ripped and stuff like that. So it'll be a lot of fun. But this is, did
That
you
was
learn
really
a little
cool.
bit?
Yeah, I learned a little bit. I'm going to get better.
I love it.
promise I won't be like stunned when I grab a random pink card.
Wait,
next
that's the whole
time.
point of, that's the whole
I
point
just
of
like
ripping.
the pink.
But that's, I mean, everybody does that. Yeah, I got this, I got that, right? That's the whole point of ripping. It's the mystery and the surprise of like, this is what I like to collect. So
That's
it was
crazy.
organic.
I never
don't
saw
hide
it as gambling either. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to round it out. Give me
We
your
got some
picks.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Yesterday wasn't the best for me. I told Joe and Abby, like, I feel like we should keep a win-loss record for my on-air picks because you guys should all fade those. Like, never take my picks. Like, they never win. But I did bet live yesterday. So again, right, that's the hard part about these videos is I made my money back live yesterday. So I picked a Yurfie. It didn't hit. So what I did was I watched the Atlanta Braves game and I just was trying to time it. And basically every inning, I basically bet that Braves were going to score a run yesterday. So every inning that came up, I just doubled down my bet and it was plus 200 odds. So I started with $50 for the Yurfie, right? It didn't hit. So I was down 50. Then I took the Braves to score in the second inning at $100. It was plus 285. So if that one hit, I would have made 285, which means I would have made back my 50 and 230. That one didn't hit. So now I'm down 150. And then I bet for them, I wound up hitting in the fourth inning when they scored, right? So I was down like 250 or something, but then I bet enough to win back 500. So I got my 250 back and I was up 250 and I was done for the day at 3 o'clock. Now, again, you have to have a lot of liquidity and you got to be able to be comfortable with losing 3 or 4 bets. I don't ever suggest that to anybody. That's just my style of betting and what I feel comfortable with. And I kind of knew the Braves and that kind of stuff. So that's what I did yesterday. Today I have a fun one. We're just going to keep it super simple. The Rangers are minus 1.5 against Oakland, and I like that one at minus 142. So the juice is a little high, but Max Scherzer is going against the A's. He had a great first start with Texas, so I like him to bounce back on that one. If you don't want to take that one, I like Scherzer's strikeouts and the Rangers to score 3 runs. Another one that I like is an alternate over. So the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks are supposed to score 9.5 runs today. I took them for over 7.5. So if you parlay the over 7.5 and the Rangers minus 1.5, that gives you plus 138 odds. So $100 wins you 138 on those two. And that's my pick that I like. If you want to get a little frisky and add some other ones, I like an alternate over for the Braves and the Pirates as well. So their run line, I think, is 10 or 10.5 today. I like the over of 8.5. So they just got to score 9 between the two of them. And then if you want a punchy pick, I like Lucas Giolito to have 5 strikeouts and the Angels to score 4 runs. Shohei Ohtani hasn't hit a home run in a couple games, so I feel like he's going to hit a homer. The Angels are going to score some runs. Giolito's been a good strikeout pitcher. The Angels need a win. They need a good pitching performance. I like that one. So, and if you want to parlay them all together, the odds are plus 700. So you could bet $10 and win $70 if you hit all of them in the same night. I'm going to throw $10 on it just to have some fun. So those are my picks.
I think I'll play today.
All right.
Why not?
I like it. Scherzer strikeouts today. I like that too with the A's. That's going to be a good one. But
I wrote them down. So
I got them. All right. Make sure you fade them. Don't pick them.
The exact opposite.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
This was fun. See you all on Friday.